Everybody else is creating somehow these days. They're putting themselves out there, they're sharing their ideas, their truths, their opinions, their flaws, their vulnerabilities, and it is just pure art. And I want to express that. I have the I've conceived the idea to leave a corporate job and express that part of myself that is artistic, that is free, that is liberated. But I don't know how. It's almost like there's a blockade. I've never really felt that spark. People can sing, people can write, people can draw, people can speak. I don't know what mine is. Today, we're going to be exploring what could possibly be blocking you from accessing that part of yourself. And then, well, all of this is to say that there is one conclusion that we're going to come up to, and that is going to be shared in the end because it all builds up to that one conclusion. So if you're even going to watch this video, then you shouldn't miss the end because it's really important so you don't take certain things out of context and it kind of summarizes the entire thing. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Trauma. We've all got trauma, some more intense than the others, or equally limiting our ability to feel deeply into ourselves. And well, I've got trauma of my own, but fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you would like to see it, mine didn't stop me from accessing my creativity, my light, my art, but instead it limited my expression of it. But this video is not about me, so let's make it about you. There are some whose parents or guardians or religion while growing up always shut down their natural creative inclinations, dancing, dressing, speaking, etc. And these words, repeated again and again and again, have not just closed those creative pipes, but they might have also created barriers and blockages for future inspirations, future art. And well, there are others whose guardians never paid attention to them as they were expressing their purity, whether in their creative or just general expressive form. This lit up a reaction, one that entailed either disconnecting from it, clinging harder to it, or well, looking for any type of attention from any and everyone. Programming. I think, before I even go to explain what programming entails in this case, I feel like it all boils down to upbringing at the end of the day, although there are more complicated scenarios, but I really feel like that's the root cause in most cases. But anyways, programming. There are some who have been programmed and made and created and honed to be just one thing: a wife, a cook, a king in your own castle, in the case of some men. I don't know, there are many, many options, but there are people who have been created to be just one thing: a housewife, or a caregiver to a father or a husband, in the case of women, or a prince, I don't know, a naughty child who deserves and requires everything, you know? And once you have that programming, you tend to not see yourself as anything else. You don't have the time. You have been programmed to see this over and over again, to the point where you consciously and subconsciously shut down any spark of expressiveness outside of these programmings that you have. Any spark of art, any spark of expression, you shut it down because you're programmed by your guardian, your religion, your parents to believe that these are the only things that you can be, and these are the only things that you are. And so anything else that sprouts from places that are not these things that you've been programmed to believe, any of these things are just distractions. And well, that's one reason. I don't think I need to explain how the story ends in this case. And so, well, we've got upbringing in terms of parenting and guardians and religions, and now we've got programming, which is equally important. Fast life. Now, if you've never had stability, any form of stability growing up, stability of environment, of energies, of self-perception, then you've never settled down well enough to listen to yourself, to let you reveal you to you, allowing you to express yourself through you. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the poetic side of me trying to explain the concept using words and words and words and puns and puns and puns. But yeah, basically, if you moved from one place to the other, one school to the other, one environment to the other, and every time you settled in and you thought you were settling in, you moved to the next one, and there was never the calmness of energy and environment that would let you look within and pick from within, access from within. And you know, these things happening for, I don't know, the span of your childhood, and basically once you're past your childhood stage and you move into adulthood, there isn't much time to do that anymore, because you have capitalism and you've got to survive, so you start to work and you do what's best for you, and then time just passes really, really fast. And well, I guess this is one other factor that could contribute to that emptiness of artistic existence, you know, in the light of an artistic existence. And, well, that brings us to what to do. The only thing you can do, what I'm doing, healing. You need to heal. You need to settle. You need to quiet the noise. Start from one noise bringer, then to the next. And by noise bringer, I mean the things that make you feel so heavy, you know? And I know there are tons of these things, like people, and I've just learned that recently, and a lot of things that you've been holding on to that, quite frankly, are doing nothing but draining you. There is no real profit in these things, in these people, in these relationships, in these experiences. It's only filling a void. And if you want to know a little more about filling a void, you might want to check out my first video in the art zone. I will leave it in the description. But these things, these experiences that are only making you feel heavier and heavier and heavier, these people that are added to your acquaintance list that make you feel more, I don't know, they add worth to your life, but deep down, you know, they don't add worth to your life, they add weight to your life. And the more you let go of these, one weight bringer after the other, the lighter and lighter and lighter you feel, and soon you'll be light enough to float again. And when you float, you see everything. You see yourself, you see your gifts, you rediscover your gifts. And you can do this. You know the way. So I'm working on a community. I'm working in tons of communities. But this one's for the art zone, for the red zone. And if you want to know what the red zone's about, you might want to check out the first video that I made in the grey area. I will also leave that in the description. But I'm making a community for art in the grand sense of it. So if you want to know, or you want to be informed, or you've already started feeling the feelings, the chemistry in the words that I'm speaking, then you should probably subscribe, because when the time comes, it will be in the posts and the community posts. And well, yeah, let's get back to the video. Now, this is the part where I said it was important that you stayed tuned to, because I feel like every part of the video condenses to these words that help you not misinterpret what I've said or what I'm trying to say. Then again, there are some who are here to simply support others, not express themselves in any conventionally artistic way. They operate with a grace that most can't fathom. Artistic, conventionally or not, they have their trauma as well. And they're not conventional in any way, shape or form. They exist in a world of their own, in a planet of their own, in an artistic realm of their own. So this is to say that if the words that I've said prior are not connected to you, then you don't have to look within you for something that is not there. You don't have to find trauma that is not there. You don't have to find, feelings that are not there. You are special in your own way, and there are some who are conventional and there are some who are not. And you're equally beautiful in your way. So you don't have to take away any perfection from the perfection that already exists within you, if you know what I mean. In the end, most things are art. Anything that has a modus operandi to how it functions, how it operates, to me is art. Photography, editing, sales, speech, they all have an art, a science to them. As with anything else like drawing or poetry or singing, there is a science to how you express it. There's a science to how you do it. For example, singers need to access their diaphragms and their stomach and everything down there to be able to bring out the gold in their vocals. Artists need to follow certain brushstrokes if they want to bring human form to life. They have to follow certain patterns about the anatomy and the physicals of a person. Photographers have to deal with the lenses, they have to deal with the colors and a million other things. Everything that has a modus operandi to it is art. So this is all to say that the whole video condenses to this moment. So I'm saying again and repeating again, you do not have to look for something that is not there. You don't have to look for an imperfection that is not there. That's why this moment is important for those of you who are listening, who are watching. And so tell me, what is your art? What is your form of expression? Leave it in the comments. And if you are that percentage, if you fall on that percentage of people who still don't know, even after I've spoken about blockages and trauma and childhood and upbringing, and after I've also said that art is almost everything, and even if you don't fall under the conventional art, you are existing in a Mars of your own with unconventional art, which is beautiful. If we've heard these two things and still feel like there's something left, there's something you want to express, there's something within you that you're hungry to tap into, and you know that you fall under the first category, then this video is for you. It is made for you, because at the end of the day, it's not for everyone. This particular bit is for those amongst the people who watched the first video, the first art video, which I would leave in the description. This is for those people who don't even know what their art is for, and well, what their art entails rather. This is a video tailored to helping you break down the blockades, the blockages, if you know what I mean. And you've got it. You know the way. You know everything. See you soon. Oh, if you did enjoy this video, then you might want to check out the video here. No fancy editing or anything of the sort. I didn't put as much effort into it as I put into this one, but there are a lot of interesting things that you might want to look at. I've kept a lot for you there. If you're only patient enough, watch it at 2x speed, no pasa nada. But tell me what you think in the comments of that other video. Ciao.